So this week we have a really interesting case at clearancejobsblog.com, and it really brings up the topic of the EFFER questions on the SF-86. So you have questions that ask, have you ever had this happen in your background? And then we have other questions that ask about, in the last 7 years, has this happened in your background? So essentially we have a clearance applicant who is now going for a secret security clearance. And about 8 years ago, now the 8 years is important for this story, they were having a rough week at work, were taking their kids to the playground, decided to bring a flask of whiskey to sip on. They ended up getting into a fight with another parent at the playground based on how rough their kids were playing, and it really doesn't matter. They ended up really reverting back to their juvenile tactics, dropping their pants and mooning this other parent. Now, other kids saw it, someone got it on video. The cops ended up getting called, and they were charged with indecent exposure, public intoxication. They ended up just pleading guilty to a disorderly conduct charge. Now, indecent exposure, that is a serious offense aside from the security clearance piece. But really, when you're applying for a security clearance, a situation like that could make you susceptible to something like blackmail. One background investigator on the thread notes, while criminal history asks for 7 years, alcohol incidents are ever questioned. So have you ever been charged with an offense involving alcohol or drugs? So the charge itself does not have to be a DWI or PI, public intoxication, to require listing. So since this security clearance applicant was drinking alcohol as a part of the incident, it really is required to be listed. Here are the mitigating factors for this security clearance applicant. Obviously, time passed. I mean, this happened 8 years ago. Hopefully they have changed their ways and they aren't mooning people at the playground with children present. But also, if they decided to go through any counseling as a part of their charge or a part of their plea for disorderly conduct, that can also be a mitigating factor. So time passed is really on their side. The other thing is just being honest. So if they were to not list this on the SF-86, and then of course a background investigator through their investigation finds out that this happened and why did you lie about it, that's probably going to be an immediate clearance denied. But if they're honest, that's a mitigating factor. Time passed, mitigating factor. Good luck getting a crack at your clearance. Best of luck, and here's to taking a crack